out to people in need. And then Trudy is from Senior Inc., trying to do programming and activities and empower seniors. And then Chris McElwain is here from McElwain Mobility Solutions. And we're lucky also to have Selma and John and their whole team and a whole fleet of adaptive mobility equipment, bikes and action track chairs and zines, which he's doing now. And then Trevor Snowden is going to talk about his Trevor wheelchair and also his plans hopefully for the city and for having some bike events here. And then Nick Spiel will present the Bike Coalition and then share Bike Month and then his initiatives, and also John Messina from Tahoe Seniors, who is also with the Commission for Aging. And if anyone else I missed, let me know. If you want to share anything, we'll do questions at the end. At about 12:45, we have Journey of Hope joining us. There are 35 cyclists cycling cross-country for disability awareness. They're really great folks. And then we'll have a movie at 1 o'clock, Cycling Without Age, that Nick was nice enough to set up for us too. And then outside, after our presentations, we'll be doing demonstrations. You just have to sign a waiver, and then we'll have demonstrations for equipment on the bike paths back here. So I'll let Dave go first.
I just wandered into this. As many of you know, I come in here quite a bit. But the reason I'm in and out is that the Rotary Club, about 5 years ago, started a mobility program. And the idea that there's all this stuff sitting in people's garages, and somebody need, if I said to you, if you need a pair of crutches, where would you go? You might used to go to the attic. They're gone. So you go to Goodwill, they might have them. You ask a neighbor, he might have them. Well, Rotary Club has them. I have about 50 pair of crutches right now. And so we've just quietly gone around letting people know that we're gathering up used equipment, which I just delivered some on my way here, and making it available to anybody who wants it, and we give it away. We don't rent it. We're glad to take it back, and we give it away. If you have somebody else you want to give it to, that's just fine. And to date, we've given out over 1,000 pieces of equipment. We've helped over 600 people, and anywhere from people driving up in $100,000 Teslas to somebody coming over, walking over for a pair of crutches and giving us a $5 donation. So we operate based strictly on donations of equipment and dollars, and as I say, everything's free, and you're welcome to give it out to the next person.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Trudy Morgan. I'm with Senior Inc. I'm the recording secretary and the events coordinator. I think most of you have seen or know of me anyway. Senior Inc. is an established organization that's been working in the senior center for a number of years and trying to help seniors in any way that we can. As a matter of fact, part of David's mobility program is that we have some of his equipment here at the senior center. So if and when you should need it, just give us a contact and we'll let you into the room to take what you need. I do have a little request from anybody that's 50 or over in the senior center. We have not been given any sort of authority to keep this building. And they're not going to give us any kind of answer until March. And so we're looking for support of seniors to help us keep this building. So please be active, contact us, and we ask that you attend as many city council and county council meetings to help this be a senior center in the future. Thank you.
Awesome, Trudy. Thank you. Thank you, Angie, for having me here. I'm Chris with McElwain Mobility Solutions. I'm a mechanical engineer that found out that I didn't belong in corporate America and found out that my true calling was helping figure out ways to get people mobile and independent no matter what their abilities were. So now we're a general contractor and a specialty contractor, and we specialize in accessibility of homes, automobiles, RVs, and then I brought some of the equipment we have to get people outdoors so that they aren't stuck on the paved paths. We have all sorts of stuff that allows people to get off and enjoy their life going through the woods. So you're more than welcome to come out and take a look at the equipment. I am actually standing in a zine, which is a pretty amazing walker. It also can act as a transport chair, but the key portion of it is that it has a gas spring underneath it that can be adjusted from 100 to 250 pounds. So if someone doesn't have the strength in their legs in order to stand up, this particular one only requires one hand. I'll squeeze this, it pushes me up into the standing position, and then from there, if I'm walking and I trip, it won't allow me to hit the ground. It keeps me stable and upright. The other thing that's really nice about it is I can put as much weight or as less weight as I want on the seat. So if you get tired, you're still able to ambulate and go around without, and it just allows you to go for a longer period of time. So these are just some of the things that we have, and if you have anything that you're trying to figure out, feel free to reach out to us. We have some information up here, and we'll be glad to steer you in the right direction.
Hello, good morning. God bless everybody. I'm Trevor Snowden. I moved to South Lake Tahoe in 1977 from Gardnerville. We lived there in 1975. I got hurt snowboarding in 1997. I was in Snoqualmie, Washington, doing a pro contest. I was sponsored by Fila Apparel Wear. And it was a practice run, and I broke my spine, T12 vertebrae broke in half, and I was a paraplegic. I've been in a chair now for 28 years, and a few years ago I had both my legs amputated by Dr. Childs at Barton Memorial Hospital. Had bad bone infection, and he saved my life. So the Orthopedic Center at Barton Memorial does God's work.
Right.
I designed this wheelchair that I'm sitting on now. It's manual and electric. They connect together, and they have suspension that allows you to bounce over all the bumps and cracks and all the chuck holes in the streets and whatnot. As we know that South Lake Tahoe has a lot of holes in the streets. But my chair will allow you to just kind of ride over those potholes and keep on going in life. So now that I'm all healthy again, a little shorter than I used to be. I was 6 foot, now I think I'm like 3'9". But that's okay. My sense of humor is about 10 feet tall. I love karaoke. We go to Rojo's right across the street. You guys should come check it out, because I'm like the only old guy there. There's a bunch of 22-year-olds, and I'm singing karaoke to all these young kids. They think I'm a crazy old man. But I think I'm Generation X, so we're kind of a different era. I'm 55 years old now. And I guess I'm not old enough to get the free lunch, but as soon as I can get that, I'll look forward to that. Exciting stuff in South Lake Tahoe. We are revolutionary. We do amazing things. And I'm pushing the city of South Lake Tahoe to turn their bike park that's kind of run down right now over here at the Bijou Bike Park and turn it into an electric wheelchair racing track. So as seniors, we could have senior night and we can party and sing karaoke and race. And why not? We want the wind to blow in our hair, even if it's gray or falling out.
That's right.
And so my wheelchair goes 30 miles an hour. Wheelchairs are exempt from the law, so we don't have to have any license and a registration. And so I would encourage everybody to become rebel riders like me.
How fast does that thing go?
30 miles an hour, ma'am.
Oh, that you're...
It's plenty fast for you to evade anybody who's trying to catch up to you. And you don't have to be pushed by anyone, you're independent. You can break down, do it yourself, put it in your car all by yourself. So, keyword is independence for as long as we can have it. I don't know how, I'm Pisces, so I get all sensitive. But I'm just trying to do the right thing. And policies and bureaucracy kind of put a stall on that. So be encouraged to keep on moving. Create, don't hate. And love your neighbors. God bless everybody.
Trevor, can we get the senior center?
Am I going to squeeze in my spot there? I'm not touching so much. Thanks so much. Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Spiel. I'm with the Lake Tahoe Bicycle Coalition. Thank you for having us here today. We're here because June is Bike Month in Tahoe, and that's all about celebrating alternative ways of getting around, and the spirit of summer. The Lake Tahoe Bicycle Coalition, our mission, we're a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to make Tahoe more bicycle friendly, and that includes making Tahoe more friendly for all people. As we advocate for better bicycle paths, of course, we can all use that to walk, to roll, to be able to get around in a more easy way. And so we're really excited about this partnership here with Access Tahoe with the Senior Center to show you today a film called Cycling Without Age that I hope you all find really inspiring. Some of our programs that we have at the Lake Tahoe Bicycle Coalition include a map. We have a paper map and an online map so you can find all the trails to get around. We do bike valets. If you ever ride your bike to an event, you can watch that for free. You don't have to worry about it getting stolen. And we do a bike kitchen program where people donate bikes maybe you're not using anymore. You got it sitting around in your garage, but it's still in good shape. We can fix it up and get it to someone who needs one. So if any of those interest you, be sure to reach out to me. And I just wanted to remind you all, we do have snacks at the back of the room over there. We got some drinks, food. I know you're all eating right now, but please help yourselves, and I hope you enjoy the film in about half an hour. Thanks.
Two more speakers, hopefully. Angela Duggan from Adaptive Movements and also part of Access Tahoe and the special needs community in South Lake Tahoe. She's new to town and she's already been one of our fierce advocates. And then hopefully Kelsey Weiss will also speak for Clearly Tahoe. No? Okay. But anyway, Clearly Tahoe is doing great things.
Oh my gosh, I could brag about Clearly Tahoe with all of the afternoon. I'm Angela Dugan. I'm the new kid on the block. I just recently moved to South Lake Tahoe, January timeframe, and I was wildly, I guess, involved in advocacy of all sorts in Colorado, and I'm bringing the fire to Tahoe. A lot of people have asked why I decided to move my family to Tahoe, because I have a disabled daughter. Why would you move to Tahoe? We ski and we bike. So I hope that takes care of everyone's questions, but I'm really, really excited about the momentum behind bikes, not only just in June, all summer long, but I can't emphasize this enough of how important it is to not leave anyone behind. Age doesn't matter, and we can get really, really creative with ability. And I'm gonna show up anywhere where someone brings cool toys. And clearly, Tahoe's got really cool toys. So if you've been wanting to get outside, whether it's bikes, walking, things like that, I'm gonna make sure that I'm hanging out with the right people in Tahoe and the right equipment, because everybody can enjoy the outdoors. And I'm just happy to be here. So thanks, Angie.
Welcome.
Would anyone else like to speak or share what they are doing or what they would like to see happening in Tahoe?
Thank you so much, Angie. I wasn't planning to talk here today, but I'm glad I have the opportunity because I'm extremely passionate about being able to develop Clearly Tahoe in a different, well, let me back up. I'm Kelsey. I'm actually one of the founding partners of Clearly Tahoe. Most of you have probably heard of the Clear Kayaks on Lake Tahoe. That's us. We were founded in 2016 with a goal of really creating a different type of experience that can welcome a wider demographic. The clear kayaks themselves are designed for a variety of ages and skill levels to be able to really enjoy kayaking on the lake, regardless of your experience or ability level. They're they're flat on the bottom. They have a seat. They're paddled a lot different than a normal kayak, and the best part is it's not about how far you go. It's about what you really take in and what you feel while you're out there on the water. It's really relaxing. So we have continuously developed Clearly Tahoe, the kayaking portion of the company, to cater to a wider demographic by introducing adaptive paddling, a lot of equipment. We have Moby mats, we have beach wheelchairs, we have ADA accessible shuttles, we have paddle adaptations that are so cool. You can actually paddle with one arm, and there's a paddle pivot. There's hand clamps, so if you can't hold onto a paddle tightly, it's much easier. The wrist clamps, so you can actually paddle with your wrists. Transfer benches and an incredible team of lifeguard certified or highly trained guides that are out there to assist guests on the water for that added peace of mind. There's additional, the Clearly Explorer will give you the opportunity to stop and take a break and use the restroom throughout your experience because the boat stays with the kayak tour the whole time. So it's a really incredible way to accommodate guests of all ages, skill levels. But more so, part of the reason I'm here today is I'm very much hoping to work with you all and the Bike Coalition because Clearly Tahoe is opening a bike rental shop. And I'd love to be able to parallel that same thought as we develop the bike shop here in Lake Tahoe. That just opened in June for Bike Month. So thank you all for being here today, and I'm looking forward to networking with all of you and hopefully welcoming all of you here today out on one of our experiences.
Hi, everybody. I forgot to tell you the most important thing, and that's the events that are going on at the Senior Center. And the Senior Center would love to have more membership. It's $25 a year and $30 if you're a couple. We have card games, we play bingo, and once a month on the third Thursday, we do offer a potluck. So anybody that's interested, if they could please call the telephone number on the flyers here up at the desk. I would love to be able to meet you and see you at some of our functions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Rachel, would you like to say anything?
Sure.
Okay. Everyone can opt out, but as I see folks, but Rachel, I'm just always really grateful for. She works for TRPA, but she's always been a really, really great supporter of Access Tahoe, and I appreciate her dearly. And they have sponsored the snacks and then also brought some swag. So thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, no problem. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Shaw. I'm a transportation planner with the Tahoe Regional Planning Agency. And I co-host Bike Month alongside the Lake Tahoe Bicycle Coalition every June. And we're really excited to sponsor and help with this event today. So thank you everyone who came today.
Anyone else? Did I miss anybody or anything? All right. Well, again, I'm Angie, and Trudy mentioned the potluck, which is a week from today, and I don't think she mentioned that Tahoe 2G is our guest speaker, which, if anyone has heard him speak, you can hear him again and again and again and learn something. It's animated and amazing, and he's just also a big supporter of Access. He did a presentation at the community college with sign language with Carla Johnston, which was really cool. And so the potluck, we're hoping to boost numbers and get people involved and get people signed up. And the Senior Inc. is only $25 a year. And also just that contribution just helps, even if you can't make it to everything. And senior lunch for senior nutrition is for 60 and plus, but Senior Inc. is for 50 plus. So anyone over 50, you can join us for the potlucks, and they do square dancing and dominoes and bingo and cards and all sorts of things. And we're hoping to grow those activities, so if you have ideas for Trudy, let us know. And then I'll just share a few more things coming up with Access Tahoe. In about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll have 35 cyclists coming in. They just confirmed they're on their way. And so this next week, on Tuesday, we're accepting the proclamation for Disability Pride Month to raise awareness for Disability Pride. Senior Inc. is involved, as well as Tahoe Seniors. Trevor, I believe, is coming. Chris, you're welcome to come back. South Lake Tahoe Special Needs Community, Action Club, and Special Olympics. So we're all hoping to show up, as well as our allies and our friends and businesses and anybody that wants to support can stand with us to accept that proclamation. They're also having the Pride Proclamation the same night, so it'd be great to have your support for our communities. And then on the 18th, there's a Zoom meeting, if anyone is interested, called Playgrounds and Possibilities. Design workshop and TRPA are going to be part of that, but we're all invited via Zoom to listen about building accessible playgrounds. And the California Tahoe Conservancy was also just here to talk about the Motel 6 project. So playgrounds can also be playgrounds and parks and benches and shade and picnic tables and different equipment, just like you'll see today, but there's a whole nother realm for playgrounds, and Chris knows. I met Chris through Mark Labor, who's coming next week. So he's our big playground advocate that is helping advocate for all of us here in Tahoe. And so the more voices we have to show up, the more people we have to show up, the more we appreciate it and the more it happens. There's Moby mats that just went in at Connolly Beach, which is very exciting. They're also coming in from the Conservancy at Secret Beach any day now. So we're just trying to make trails and beaches and parks and businesses and schools and senior centers and all spaces just to where it's inclusive and welcoming for all. Outdoor recreation, indoor recreation, just where you can show up and know that you're welcome and there's a space for you and you belong. And then places like Chris and Kelsey with Clearly Tahoe and McElwain provide the equipment for that. So with that, does anyone have any questions for any one of us?
Once you're done, maybe all the people who spoke come up for just a quick group picture together. We'll just take a second.
And I'm Herrick Paul is here, who is also our maybe #1 supporter, and he's also a photographer. So anyone that spoke, if you want to come to the front of the room, and anyone that has questions, we can do that simultaneously.